Salam sejahtera and a very good evening. My name is Wee Yuki. My ID is 78091403524. I am based at Kota Baru Learning Center in Kelantan. This recorded presentation is meant to fulfill part of the assessment for OUMH2203 English for Workplace Communication. The purpose of this assignment is to expose learners like us, like me, about the proper way of communicating, the techniques of delivery, and putting it all together to deliver an effective presentation through good communication skills. Now, without further ado, allow me to present according to the assignment topic. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. President, Mr. Vice President, General Managers of respective department, thank you for allowing us to present today. On behalf of Human Resource Department, I am glad to be able to be given about 10 minutes to share with you about the implementation of shorter working hours. Now, many questions, can that work? Should we do that? Some are very favorable about this idea and are looking forward to have shorter working hours. Some, however, have expressed their concern, and of course the head of department have begun to visit my office to tell me, if we have shorter working hours, what happened to productivity? What happened then? Well, every party has got their own concern, and of course, we at Human Resource Department have analyzed and tried to be rational. And finally, today we will share the outcome of our discussion together with Mr. President, Vice President, and General Managers. This is what we think. Now, we should not go for drastic change for now. We are not going from 6 days to 5 days by lengthening the hours per day. That is a no-no. Although some might favor the idea of not working for 3 days or 2 days, longer weekend, but I guess that will be too early for us to implement. So we go gradual, we take the gradual step. How do we do it? Now, for this factory floor in Kota Baru, Kelantan, we work from Saturday to Thursday. I repeat, Saturday to Thursday. You only take a break on Friday because of Jumaat prayer. That is perfectly well. It works perfectly well for so many decades. Now, this is our existing working hours per week, 48. 8 hours per day. You times 6 days because you have 1 day off. So you get 48 hours. And we're going to reduce it to the suggested 45 hours. How do we do it? Now, we started at 8:30. Now we change. We take away the 15 minutes. We come early, 8:15. And we go home early. So instead of 8:30, we are now coming in at 8:15. And instead of 5:30 that we go home, we are going home at 5:15. Big changes? You think so? I don't think so. Because some of us, you are already here for your coffee at 8:10, right? Mr. Gilbert, correct me if you are wrong. It's just that we are taking away some part of your leisure chatting time. So we start at 8:15 and we finish at 5:15. We have reduced the 30 minutes per day. With that 30 minutes per day, and we multiply by 6 days, we get to save 3 hours. Well, some might tell me, Miss Wee, it's only 30 minutes, you don't see anything. Yes, just because you don't see anything, that's why we go for shorter working hours. Now let me go through with you what are the advantages of having shorter working hours. Please don't say no now. You can raise your question later. Simply because if we work for shorter working hours, you see the smiley face, normally everyone would be happy. You and I, you see, I see Miss Tan smiling with me. There you see, giggling, giggling. Even with that 30 minutes, it's satisfactory for her. It's very satisfying for her. Happy employees definitely will be motivated employees. And needless to say, happy employee, motivated employee definitely work harder and productivity will go up. You see the arrow? So it is expected that with that mere 30 minutes, and to the extent that you question, do we have to do that? Yes, we have to, because every attempt is worth for us to try. Now, with happy employee, motivated employee, we get more in production, we have more to share. Financial incentive, yeah, Mr. Finance Manager, this is for you. Bonuses have to come in, yeah. We work shorter, but we work more. Production has tripled, quadrupled. And of course, do not undermine the last point about cost saving. People say, how much can you save with 30 minutes deduction? Well, you may not see it in 1 or 2 years. In the third year, by shutting off the factory floor early, by cutting the 30 minutes usage of electricity, water, how much do you save? Tell me about it. I'm sure Mr. President will thank me for doing this cost saving. Well, there are always two sides of the coin. So let me quickly go through the disadvantages. Hold your horses. Yeah, I heard you. This is exactly what we are saying. Inadequate coverage for customers. Everyone worried about the customers because those are money. So some have claimed that we might miss some customers' order or some customers' request if we were to start early and finish early. Now, the typical question that we receive in the department is, what happens if the customer comes at 5:30, knowing that we always operate at 5:30, and we close at 5:15? Don't we lose the customer? Sounds similar, marketing department? Well, I guess yes, it happens. But what happens now? So I throw back the question to you. What happens now that we close at 5:30 and the customers come at 5:45? So the marketer always tell me, well, we tell them to send us the order, what they want, and we will give them first in the morning. Can we do that for 5:15 period? Yeah, possible. It's the same. There you go. So let's go to the second disadvantage. Scheduling conflicts. This is not only in organization, but also affecting your personal life. You see, I give you an example. Abdullah always comes in at 8 sharp, even though we start at 8:30, because he tells me that he departs from home at 7 a.m. and it takes him an hour to arrive at the company. And so he takes a sip of coffee and he goes to his department. Perfect. And Abdullah also tells me that on the way he drops his daughter at kindergarten. And so he can come at 8 a.m. sharp. And now that Abdullah has less 15 minutes, what will be affected? He, himself, the departure time, and the sending off of his daughter at kindergarten. So some adjustment, some scheduling might take place, and we call that scheduling conflict. And when we start, some employees might not be able to make it, making it sound fulfilling and not able to fulfill for some. So scheduling conflicts become something that is quite apparent and is foreseen to happen. Last, all these changes in company policy always add on stress to the employees, whether psychologically, physically, socially, or emotionally. But Hold your horses. I believe all these are only in the initial stage. Believe me, if we work all together and we believe that shorter working hours will give birth to happy, motivated employees, these are nothing. We can sort it out within 1 month. Thank you very much.